So he had the money, but he lost it.
Just like you, yes. Let's be real here. Is David gonna win his own money here?
Our vote is gonna go for David.
David. We gotta vote David, I'm sorry.
I can't afford Crafty.
Each best friend will be randomly paired up with another best friend. One will be the client and the other will be the lawyer. The lawyer will argue why their client deserves $1,000 and why everyone else's client does not.
Titles, money, everything.
Also, everyone's client cannot speak.
So are we really gonna come at each other?
Before we start the video, guys, make sure to subscribe. 77.9% of you guys are not subscribed. That makes me sad. Turn on post notifications because I'm choosing someone who comments within the first 200 comments to give you $50. That and another $50 to someone who finds a hidden word in this video. It'll be small and only up for half a second. So good luck. Oh, and also make sure to follow me on Instagram. Love you.
I've never been to Nobu. I've never even stepped to the door of Nobu.
And hopefully we can get there one day if we win today. But as of right now, we're gonna have to vote out Mr. Nobu, Kevin.
And Devonte, who do you guys vote for?
This is easy. We all came to agreement. Kevin.
Eliminated.
Kevin, just know it wasn't easy for us. It was a very hard choice.
You know, I just want to say that that's okay. But if you guys had any fucking brains, you keep me in longer because I'm easy to take out. Now you're really fucked.
All right, how do you guys feel about being voted out?
Really bad. You know, we thought that we would celebrate this, by taking our friends out to dinner, but we were wrong. These people aren't our friends.
I had no business being here or winning, but I'm happy for the opportunity, and I hope one of these fine gentlemen wins today. I was never gonna take him to Nobu in the first place. I was gonna take myself.
How do you think Reggie did?
He did good. He did good. He's the only person here who we can guarantee for sure is not a racist. Everybody else is like we know for sure. I'm not saying, I'm just saying this we know for sure.
All right.
How y'all feeling?
Top three.
Good? Y'all feeling good?
Like just point out, two out of the three of us probably deserve a little bit more than the other. I'm not gonna say names, but yeah.
Just know my client's a really great person and does whatever he can
You know
to
what,
help
I agree. He's a great person.
his friends
Yeah,
out.
I think all of our clients are good people. What I want to hear more of is what our clients are going to do with the money. Sometimes, we get a little scared if there's a little bit of reckless spending. We want to know it's going into good hands. I know that my client, it's going to be going to family. It's going to go to his dog's eye surgery. And it's just going to go to just loving the world. And that's what I know for a fact because he said it with me with quite a bit of passion. So I would just love to, I think your clients are great, and I would just love to know what they're going to do with it. No silly stuff. Just let me know. And because I know everyone's a little deserving, I just want to know why.
My client doesn't have any false promises. No Nobu, Chili's.
No.
So what we have here is straightforwardness. He has bills to pay. He has to live. He has a car payment, family also, and it's just going straight to bills.
So all of that packaged into my client as well. And on top of that, he has to commute to LA. He had to commute to be here for David. He had to drive like about an hour.
Yeah, but I'd say if you say it's to bills, that means it's not going pretty much. I mean, we're all gonna pay bills, so.
He had to commute 1 hour to get here. $5 a gallon here in LA. I'm not sure if anyone knows that. All right. And in the beginning, in the interview, he said he is gonna give most of it to his mom because she is renovating the house in which he is moving out, so he has to save up money.
My client's
to
mom
pay
doesn't own a
for
house.
rent.
My client's mom doesn't own a house.
I don't have a mom.
My client has to go every single day, and he has to go out of his way because he doesn't like things like sour cream. And he has to go, his steps through life are a little bit more challenging than for most of us.
I'd like to say I live with your client, and he Postmates every single day, 3 times a day.
So, that's because not everyone
So how about he
has
saves that money for his dog's eye surgery instead, huh? Thanks
his
for this.
client Postmates as well. I think we all Postmate. And he gets homemade meals.
Homemade meals are free. He can't afford Postmates.
Dill, you also have a nice car.
Bought it in 2017, he said.
So you
And
own
still
it.
paying it off.
Are you still paying it off?
My client is the only one out of
He
these
lied
without
for
a car.
cheat.
Paid.
My client does not have a car.
Paid. Wait, you do have a car that's coming out.
In like 20 years.
So I'd like to point out, if your client didn't order Postmates every single day for 3 days,
Yeah, but that's what all of us do.
he could afford a car, is what I'm trying to say.
And we don't know that.
Yes.
But we know. Not $30,000 Subaru. Oh. Yeah, I saw that thing driving around. It looked really nice. It looked like it was about to turn into a transformer.
He's not paying it off because he already paid it in cash. So he had $30,000 in cash at one point.
Wow.
That's a lot. That's a suitcase.
The money, it was inherited by his dad, all right? And that's what he was able to buy the car.
My client said he gave his to his mother.
My inheritance.
Imagine every time you go to Taco Bell, that you say, I want the beef 5-layer burrito. But you have to always say, oh, no sour cream, please. You always have to say stuff like that. It's always hard when you go places.
Ryan also got inheritance and went to college.
And what is your client doing with that degree?
His
Literally, like,
creativeness.
the job that
His
went into it,
creativeness.
which was communications.
Yep.
My client, have you ever been to college?
I had to drop out because my parents couldn't afford it.
My client had to drop out.
Because my parents couldn't afford it.
Because parents couldn't afford it. My client, when he goes to places, he always has, you know how they say time is money? Time is money. Do you know how much time my client has to say to, oh, please take the lettuce off?
One click of a button on Postmates.
Every day.
That's being a picky eater.
My client is on the right track, and baby, he was born this way.
I mean, I think it's pretty obvious.
Okay, we'll go first.
All right, me and my client discussed, and I really want, at the end of the day, I want my client to win the money. I feel that he deserves it the most out of us three sitting here, and because of that, we're gonna have to vote out Brian.
Ryan, you got the next vote?
Okay, so I've been speaking, been thinking a lot, and the only right logical answer is to vote for Dill.
The fuck?
That's messed up. I thought we had a agreement.
You voted for us. You broke that shit.
My client is excited for the ability to put the destruction in our hands. We will be voting for Ryan because Dill is my client's channel partner.
Eliminated.
What do you guys think about losing or whatever?
It was a good fight. I feel like everyone equally kind of deserves the money.
It was smart by JC and Dill. Dill's gonna win. They wanted to get me out because I'm competition. So it was a smart play. I think Dill deserves the money. I did give Dill half of my money last time, but I do wish him the best. And Jake talked about sour cream and lettuce. I hope he loses.
And time starts now.
Hello, fallen soldiers. I'd like to commend y'all, all right? Me and my client. We like to start off by saying, my client Dill, the last brand deal he got was in December, and that was the only one he got around that time. And as we all know, we all work on YouTube, December is a gold mine when it comes to brand deals. Brands like to just throw money out, and he only got one.
That's the same with my client. My client only got one
I'd
as well.
actually object to that because my client works with your client, and he said he got 3.
Let's not talk, because I see that
year
both
ago.
clients were talking about a brand deal
year
just
ago.
recently as last week. So, I mean, they're equal, they're equal.
A year ago.
All the sour cream and lettuce stuff, that was just a bunch of silly. That doesn't actually matter. I could see that there was a little bit of talks of sour cream and lettuce over here. And just don't let that skew your opinions, please. Because my client is quite deserving. I was just making it silly.
My client spilled the beans. Would you
My
like
client doesn't have beans.
Okay. He doesn't like beans.
I just want to point out, I'm looking at, just for you guys' reference, at Jake's client, and I'm seeing Microsoft Edge, Jackbox Games as well.
Jackbox Games.
What are we
for
looking
brand
on? What are we looking on?
Is he your lawyer? He's allowed to speak?
deal. No.
About lawyer? You're about
I believe Jake's client also had a current brand deal. They pay really well. I would know. I believe a Jack in the Box and Trolley. That's 4, and I mentioned 3.
Troy was last year. This is
Last year was a month ago.
his brand deal money goes to family. Can you believe it?
Period.
It's true. It's true.
Period.
But I mean, we all try to get brand deals. We all try to get brand deals here.
Yes,
You
my
know,
client does try.
Sometimes your
And it
client will
doesn't
get
happen.
some, and sometimes my client will get some. Okay, they all do the same thing. You know, I wouldn't say anything about NFTs because my client also does NFTs. Let's talk about where it matters. My client doesn't actually do NFTs.
Your client gambles his money away.
And
On sports betting.
He makes it back. It's
Yes,
an
and all the
investment.
brand deals he does.
It's an investment. It's an investment.
Me and my client would really like to renovate his mother's home.
And my client said you could renovate my dick. My brand deal, I mean, not just this money, but the brand deal goes to his mother. You know, both sides, I think that this money's well spent. His mother does not own a house.
Could I ask your client a question?
Yeah. No, you could ask me and I'll tell him. I'll say it to him.
Okay. How many subs does your client have on Twitch?
My client has 800, but it's because he streams so much, and we love that he's a hard worker and he's 140 hours. Wow.
My client streams more than that, and he has 555
Half
subs.
of that actually. When we have the statistics, we have the
Angels are with
statistics.
us.
It's actually half of that. He streams half the time as
my
my
client
client.
made a good point. He can only stream for half of that time because he is stuck editing the Will and Dill videos and making the thumbnails. That is doing all the work for still half
My
the pay.
client says that if he
No, come here. You're fucking up.
the videos that are not edited, it's paid to be edited by my client. What is your client?
That was only one the past 4 months.
What does your client do with the free time? See,
no.
my client, he streams twice as much. What's the time being done here? Jerking off?
No, driving to go film with his channel partner.
My client paid for the thumbnails.
Last 2 months.
2 months. But how much did you spend?
140 hours.
104 hours. So what's that 70 hours doing? Half the time. What are we doing with that
Driving
70
to LA.
hours? No. That would take years.
Exactly.
Yeah. And how much lotion does yours have by his bed? How much are we going through in 70 hours?
Driving to LA, filming, driving back to wherever he lives, showering, it's about 4 to 5 hours, and that's where those hours come into play.
And how much of that was showering? Does he have lotion in his shower?
1 minute left.
No, can't afford it.
My client, he's been paying for rent for the last couple of years, and it's a toughie.
My client is looking to move out, and he needs to save up for rent.
My client,
'cause we all know
you know,
the-
we all do the same thing. My
The
client does things
deposit
like this
is
as
heavy.
well.
The deposit's gonna be heavy.
You could deposit my balls.
All right, look, one last thing before it ends. All right, my client is gonna win the money. He's gonna probably give it to his mom because he is that guy.
Yeah, but we stated
All right?
that from the beginning. That's what my client was going to
And
do.
then
from
we're
the
gonna use
beginning.
Reggie's money from the last video to go to Chili's. Because we're all friends here. And even Jake's client Will wants Dill to win the money. We rest our case.
My client says that he fucks with all yours vibe.
My client.
That was good. The vibe thing.
Oh, Jake, vote.
Will.
Thank you.
Okay, well, since we're first, I think both teams did amazing, but
And by the way, I don't represent my client. My client, don't think of me when you think of him. Do not think of me. Because this is for him and not me, okay? Don't let my face run through your decision, all right?
to try my best not to.
You look Dill straight in the eyes when you make your vote.
What I do remember is very early in this video, Dill tried to vote for himself. A selfless man who deserves my vote, our vote. We're voting for Dill to move on and take this money and hope your mother can add a fucking jacuzzi in that bitch.
I hope my mom can get a house one day.
One client was more concerned with his Taco Bell order. The other was concerned about survival.
that was my word. That was my word.
So, I mean, if I'm weighing sour cream versus living, I think I'm gonna go with living, and we picked Dill.
Eliminated.
We were gonna pick Will. Nah, I'm just kidding. We were gonna pick Dill. Congrats, Dill. We done did it, baby. Will, how'd you think Jake did?
I think Jake did good. I'm not gonna blame him for that. I would just like to say, I stated multiple times that my brand deals and money go to my mom so she can one day afford a house. Everyone was worried about Dill's mom fixing his house.
I think I did good. I think there was a little silly side talk, you know. oh, hey, he said sour cream, he said lettuce. No, we're just making sillies out here and they're, you know, but, you know, sometimes, you know, they put their sillies like in the votes, and that's just like, you know, like too much silly. We're trying to keep the silly on the side, and they're putting silly all over the place. And they just made it a big mess.
It got me to second.
You know?
Jake got me to second.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I got second. Thank you, Jake.
Yeah.
JC, how do you think you did?
I think I did pretty well. My client speaks for himself, you know? I feel like he's a very noble man. I didn't lie one time, and that's pretty much it.
There's a lot of times we do it go.
Really? What did I lie? Maybe I over-exaggerated.
About the like, you're like, and he makes all the thumbnails. I don't make the thumbnails.
Well, I make some of the thumbnails, all right? For free.
And Daniel. I think JC did a pretty good job.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, of course.
You.
You know, that's what we pay him the big bucks to do, you know what I'm saying? So, did a great job.
Doing all this for free. But hell yeah.
What are you really gonna do with $1,000, bro?
I'm gonna split it with my channel partner. Yeah, we're gonna help our moms out with 500 bucks.
Thank you.
That wasn't my choice.
You know I do the same. We're brothers.
That was a good ending. I didn't see that coming.